What's going on, everyone? It's Tay, aka Slay, and I am finally back today. I know it has been a long time since I have uploaded a video. I know a lot of you have come over from Smoky Glow's channel. I'm repping my girl, got her merch. First of all, let me say thank you to Hannah. She shouted me out, and I know a lot of you guys came over from her channel from that, and I feel so guilty because I know a lot of y'all came over here because she said I was a great content creator, and here it is like 2-3 months since I've uploaded a video. So I apologize for that, but I am here now, and I wanted to talk to y'all about something not makeup related. I know this what this channel is mostly about, but I love channels like Hannah's who express their thoughts on other things besides makeup. So that's what I'm here to do, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff go down not in my life personally, but your girl is very active on social media, and I'm seeing a lot go down with people in my life. I'm seeing things from people on my Facebook. I'm seeing things from people on my Twitter timeline. And it hurts because a lot of y'all are really bitter. And bitter about a lot of things. Bitter about this person doesn't deserve this recognition. This person doesn't deserve to be on that PR list. This person doesn't deserve the money they're making. This person doesn't deserve that job. This person doesn't deserve that partner. This person doesn't deserve that apartment. And it's like, stop it. I posted something on my socials a couple days ago, and that's basically where the inspiration from this video came from. I said, you cannot receive when your hand is already full. And what that means is you cannot receive the good things that you want for yourself if you're still holding on to something in the past. You know, it's case in point. I saw a friend who posted something about their ex. Now they've been broken up for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, something like that. And they're like, this person is doing this and this person is saying this. And it's like, why are you checking on your ex? They've moved on. They're in a new relationship. They're married. Like, they're not checking for you. So why are you checking for them? I don't understand that. You know, you're bitching about this person who is no longer in your life because you all don't speak. But you stay talking about what they're doing on their socials. And then you post about your dating misadventures. And you're like, I don't understand why I can't find somebody. Honey, it's because you're still dealing with this person over here who has long since tried to forget the role that you played in their life. You know, some people come to stay for a day, some people come to stay for a season, and some people come to stay for life. You have to realize that when somebody's season in your life is done, you gotta let go. And I just don't understand that mentality of holding on. Now, I am friends with 3 or 4 of my exes. I'm going to the wedding of an ex in 2021. I love this dude. You know, he was on my Grown Geek Girl channel. I love him so very much. He's one of my favorite people. I'm still very close to his family. We realize that we do not work as a romantic partnership. The friends that I have that are exes, that's why we're friends, because we realize we just don't work as romantic partners, but we are amazing friends. We love being there for each other. We love making each other laugh. We love having conversations with each other. And that's the point, the blank, the period of it all. Shout out to As Told by Kenya. But I don't understand this mentality of checking on your ex when they're not checking for you. And you gotta let it go, because you're sitting here waiting for your prince, your princess, your king, your queen, your life partner, maybe just somebody to get you through this cuffing season. And you're not gonna receive them because you're still holding on to whatever happened a year to 10 years ago. That the importance of letting it go cannot be stressed enough. I'll give you 2 examples from my own life so it doesn't look like I'm just talking about everybody else. When my ex cheated on me. One, I have to give a shout out to Beauty by Ashley because she was very candid. I believe those videos are gone from her channel now, but she talked about her own, excuse me, her own situation with her ex-husband. And she said in one video that she knew she had to forgive him because if she had not forgiven him, she wouldn't have been able to move on. And I DM'd her in tears as I was typing to her. I was just like, thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. I know I have to forgive him. I have to forgive him. Otherwise, it's going to envelop my life and destroy it. I made the decision with that video and with looking at examples in my own life. I made the decision to forgive my ex. I made the decision to not let what he did to me and other women, because this guy didn't just cheat on me, he cheated on damn near every woman he was ever in a serious relationship with. I chose not to let what happened to me make me bitter, because I saw, and I said this in my beauty bakery video, I saw what it did in my mother's life. And I knew that if I let it make me bitter, it would just destroy every single area of my life. I was like, I made the conscious decision. I cannot be this woman who is like, well, this man did this thing, so all men are trash. Like, I can't be that chick. You know, I love men. I would not want to live in a world without men. I love looking at the male physique. I love the way well-groomed men look and smell. My best friends, some of my best friend is a man. I have 4 brothers. You know, I find myself constantly surrounded by men in like work and social situations. And yes, they're mostly gay men, but still, they're men. You know, I adore the men in my life. And I could not let myself become that woman. You know, I know women who are with fantastic men. One of my favorite boss at my last job was a man, because he motivated me. He pushed me. He looked out for me. He made me laugh. Like, and I've said it here and on my socials. I'm like, I want a man exactly like my boss, because he called his wife his queen. And he was like, my wife is my queen. I have to take care of her. And I knew that if I held on to what this one dude did to me, not only would it keep me from the blessing that's awaiting me in my life, but it would destroy every area of my life. I wouldn't be here in California, a dream that I've had for 3 years, because I've been talking about this and manifesting this since 2016. I wouldn't be here now. I start my dream job in a week and a half. I'd still be in New York in my rodent-infested apartment as well, working a job that doesn't value me, because I would have just let that bitterness infect every part of me. And I wasn't about that. Y'all have to stop. Yes, bad things happen. People hurt you. People will mistreat you. People will disappoint you. People will let you down. But you have to learn how to rise above that. Yes, work through those emotions. Be angry, be pissed, you know, rant, rave, scream, yell, get all that shit out of you. But know that at the end of the day, your life will be affected by the choices that you make. And if I'm getting preachy, I know I don't apologize, because I've been through it. I've been through it twice, because I watched my mother go through it, and then I went through it. My mother didn't leave my father. My father cheated on my mother several times. If y'all want a story time about the one time I witnessed my father cheating, hit me in the comments down below. It's a little controversial, but I'm not monetized, so I can pretty much say what I want for a while. But I knew that I couldn't do that. I could not stay with a man who cheated, and I could not let his actions make me feel a way about me, make me feel a way about my life, make me feel a way about my dreams, any of that. So I'm sitting here watching my friend rant and rave about their ex. And I'm like, you realize your ex doesn't care. They've already moved on. Like I said, they're happy. The reason that you're not happy is because your cup is already full. You cannot receive more until you let go. And that's mainly what I want to say to you guys today. If you're going through something, if you've gone through something, if somebody's hurt you, what a lot of people tend to forget is that forgiveness is not about the other person. Saying I forgive this person is not them getting away with it. Saying I forgive them is taking back your power. Saying you forgive them is you saying, I'm no longer going to allow what they did to me to have power over my life. Their actions are no longer going to affect the choices that I make unless they are in a positive way. Like with my last boyfriend, his actions caused me to choose better for myself. But, excuse me, for me to sit here and still be like, oh my God, all men are cheaters and all of those are the rantings and ravings of a bitter person. So what if your ex gained weight? You're in the gym, stay in the gym. So what if your ex is driving a car that you know that they can't afford because they're not good with money? So what? Their money is not in your bank account. Move on. Please. Because you're only hurting yourself by holding on to this shit. Case in point. Again, talking about myself so it doesn't look like I'm just bashing everybody else. I was watching, and I posted this on Twitter. I was watching Top Chef, one of the older seasons. I love Top Chef. I was watching Top Chef on Hulu, and there was the final elimination challenge, and they had to cook they were in Vegas, and they had to cook for some of the Cirque du Soleil performers. Now, I had an ex who was not in Cirque du Soleil. He's a cook. And he had to cook for the performers of Cirque du Soleil. And I remember that job because, again, I used to live in New York. I used to live one subway stop away from Citi Field. And that's where Cirque du Soleil was happening at the time. And I picked him up from work one day. And we had this huge fight. And from Citi Field all the way back to his house, we argued. That was at least a 2-hour walk. So for 2 hours, we fought. Not like physically, but just verbally. Voices were raised, insults were flung. Like, I'm surprised we were still together after that fight was over. The only reason that fight ended was because, I should give you a little backstory first. I was older than this person. I was 5 years older than this person. So I was 31. He was 26. And I was ready to get married. We'd been together off and on for about 3 years at that point. And I was ready to walk down the aisle. I was like, this was at the point in my life where I was like, my clock is ticking. Like, I'm running out of time to have the family that I want. So you need to hurry shit up. The only reason that fight ended was because he had told me that he had already bought the engagement ring and he was just waiting until he was employed full time to pop the question. That shut me down. That shut me up. Because I was like, oh, I just need to be patient and then I'll get what I want. Now, again, this is the person whose wedding I'm going to in a couple of years. Ew. Goodness. It keeps it real here. But this is the person whose wedding I'm going to. He has long since been forgiven. Actually, I don't know if he and I have ever talked about this. Actually, I don't think we have, because had we talked about it, I wouldn't have had that memory triggered by seeing people cook for Cirque du Soleil performers. It wasn't until I saw that on TV that I realized that still hurt me. Because when we broke up, I asked him if he had the ring, and his answer revealed to me that he had never had the ring. So I'm like, he weaponized something that I really wanted in order to shut me up, in order to stop the argument and have it end in his favor. And I remember somebody asked, like, what's the worst lie anybody ever told you? And that was my answer. My answer was, the ring is upstairs. And I carried that with me. I didn't realize I was still carrying that with me until I saw it on Top Chef. And I was like, fuck, I need to let that go. I didn't even realize I was still holding on to it. I was like, what if that's the reason? I believe things happen for many reasons. I was like, maybe that's the reason I haven't found the relationship that I want. Maybe that's the reason the relationship isn't bringing Chris Evans over here. Because y'all know I'm trying to marry Chris Evans, Zac Efron, Henry Cavill, whoever shows up first. Excuse me. I'm trying to speak low because my roommate's still asleep. So that's why I sound a little hoarse. But, y'all know I'm trying to marry one of my boos over here. I was like, maybe that's the reason, because we're in the same state. We're in the same state, same zip code right now. Well, not Henry Cavill. He's still in London. But anyway, maybe that's the reason I haven't met the man of my dreams yet. Because I'm still holding on to this little tiny piece that still stings. It took me a full 18 months to get over my last relationship. I am only now, it's October now, it wasn't until August that I was able to talk about what happened and not feel like I want to put my fist through a wall. I have a friend that is going through a breakup now, and I'm giving him advice. He said I sound like Maury Povich, and I do get a little self-help guru-y a little from time to time, but it's because I've been there. I've been through it. I know that gamut of emotions, especially with going through that breakup. I was going through that breakup and still trying to deal with the death of my mother that had happened 2 months before. So there was a lot of healing that needed to take place. But I've been through it. I've come through it, and honestly, this is the best version of me that I have ever been. I could have never thought that the worst 6 months of my life, which was where I lost my biological mother, 2 months later, I lost my mother, and then 2 months after that, I lost the man that I thought I was going to marry because he decided to cheat. I never thought that going through and growing through the worst 6 months of my life would lead me to all of this. And that's why I'm sitting here telling y'all that you cannot let bitterness destroy you. Stay in your own lane. Worry about you. If you don't think somebody deserves to be on whatever PR list, put your head down, work on your own skills. Yes, they're already on the PR list. Move on and work on you. If you don't think somebody deserves a type of car, let them ruin their own bank account and credit score. You know what you can afford. You know what you can do. Take your car to the car wash, vacuum it out, shine that shit up, and drive it with pride because it's yours. Point blank, period. Worry about your own life, what you're doing, how you're affecting everyone around you and the world at large. Try letting shit go and see how your life improves. And that's really all I wanted to say. Quite a few people have requested, since I posted my my pictures of my bedroom furniture yesterday, somebody has requested apartment tour. I think I can do that. I can show you guys the common areas in my bedroom, tell you the story. If y'all want an apartment tour, if you want the whole story of how I moved from New York to California, let me know in the comments. I can definitely do that for you. I've got some time before I start the new gig. They'll probably all be recorded like this because this camera on this phone is everything. And yeah, so I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, whenever you're watching this. Thank you very much for rocking with me. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things. I know there were a million videos you could have watched today. I thank you for coming to slay. Bye.